day 10. Still letting my arm heal up a little bit, so giving the push-ups a break for the moment, but I'm going to continue with the sit-ups. So going from 300 to 360 today. Checking in with my mental health score. It's pretty good today. I'd say like 8, maybe 8.5, because I had a pretty good day. I got up really early, like 6:15, and then I drove 3 hours up to Dublin, got there for 10, and then got my bloods done today with Dr. Louise Fitzgerald. Um, so got a full blood panel done with her. And then after I got my full blood panel done, I went up to see John Shevlin, who is a pain and injury specialist and someone who I'm friends with and I've gone to for like 7 years, and he's amazing. I refer all my clients with pain and injury, long-standing issues to John. And over the past, few months, since I've connected with Louise, I've been sending anyone who needs to get their bloods done to her. So it's great to, really to meet everyone in person. I've met John loads before. That was my first time meeting Louise in person. We actually recorded a podcast a few months ago, all about perimenopause and menopause. So yeah, I had a pretty good day because I got to catch up with them in person, and yeah, just did a lot of driving today. Did like almost like about 5.5, 6 hours driving. So pretty stiff after it, but gonna get this done regardless. I've had a bit of a headache the last few hours, so hopefully that goes. But I'm gonna get straight into doing these. So overall, I had a pretty good day. Just feeling a bit fatigued at this point. It's like nearly 8 p.m. So planning to have a nice hot shower, get some nice food, relax for a bit, and then gonna aim to get to bed by like 10:30. Hopefully get to sleep by like maybe 11:15, something like that. I'll be getting up tomorrow. I run a class, core strength class, every Wednesday and Friday for all the women that I work with. That's 7:30 to 8 a.m. Wednesdays and Fridays. So I'll be doing that tomorrow morning. So hopefully, if I can sleep from, let's say, 11 till 7, then I'll get a full 8 hours and I'll be feeling pretty good after that. All right, if you're joining in with the live, I want you to comment down below, what's your mental health score today on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 being really, really good, best it could be, 1 being absolutely terrible, basically. For me, I'm at like an 8.5 for today, so pretty good. I'm really happy with that. There has been a few days in the last 2 weeks where my mental health score has literally been like 2 out of 10, but I've been doing as much as I can to bring that score up a bit. And sometimes I realize it's not even about trying to do more things to help it, but even just taking time to relax, to do nothing on purpose, to unwind, just to create some headspace, Okay, so I've got 20 sit-ups done so far. I got my bloods taken earlier, so I'm definitely a little bit more drained, but it's amazing how much energy you can get from like meeting people in person and people that you get on well with. Like, it was meeting Louise in person for the first time, gave me lots of energy. That was super positive, great to chat with her. And then seeing John for an hour and a half as well. It's great to catch up with him. So it's kind of amazing how when you're around people who you really like and you get on well with, how that gives you energy. That's something I'm always like really aware of. All right, so that's 30, because there's definitely a lot of people out there who are energy drainers, and those are the type of people that I just don't want to be around. I want to be around people who, when I leave our conversation, I leave with more energy than when I started. That's a really good sign for me that that's the type of person that I need to be around, So it's a really good thing to reflect on, like, who are people in your life that are energy drainers, and you leave conversations with them feeling worse than when you started. And that's a real, like, red flag of, like, okay, maybe they're the type of people that I need to spend less time with. And just being more aware of that myself has really helped me over the last few years. So I really focus on spending time with people who give me that energy, not drain it. Because the really interesting thing is, the two most important assets that we all have are time and energy. And it's so important to protect both of those. Protecting our energy by not spending it around other people who are energy drainers, and then protecting our time by having boundaries. And it's okay to say yes to many things, but it's also okay to say no to many things as well. I'm just gonna finish this set of sit-ups, and then I can see someone commented, so I'm gonna reply one sec. Okay, so 40 sit-ups done so far, 20 more to go. I'm just gonna read a comment. All right, one more time. Hope you're having a great day. What is the best advice you can give to 20 years old guy for people who are feeling lost in life? All right, great question. Totally understand. So something that's helped me a lot is journaling, and specifically writing down. So I'm going to give you one or two things that I want you to write down straight away. So thinking back to when I was 20, what would be really good to do would be to write out what are some things that you would love to achieve, or what would allow you to feel really good over the next week, month, 6 months, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years. I remember I did this when I was like 18. I started going to the gym for the first time, just before I turned 18. April 19th, 2012 is when I started going to the gym for the first time ever. And I remember when I started training, I wrote out some goals in terms of strength that I'd like to get to. And one of the goals that I wrote out was I'd love to get like 140 kg deadlift. That was like a really big goal that I set out to hit. Because when I first started training, I could literally, like, even just lifting the bar was extremely difficult. So I set the goal of getting up to 140 kg deadlift. And I had no idea how long that was going to take me, but I just set this like really big kind of scary goal. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to keep working towards that. And then literally after 2 years of consistent training, I got up to that 140 kg deadlift. And then after 6 years, I got up to 237.5. And so the point of me telling you is that I want you to write out a bunch of goals that seem like they might be unattainable, and then I want you to work towards them, because those are the sort of things that are going to really inspire you to do your best to work towards them. And there's 5 areas that you could do for this, right? So this is an exercise I like to do. I've done it myself loads over the last few years, and I get all my clients to do it. It's called the 5 F's. All right. So the 5 F's, these are 5 of pretty much the most important areas in everyone's life. So the 5 F's are fitness, finances, family, future, and fun. So what I want you to do is write out maybe like 3 to 5 goals for each area. So fitness, finances, family, future, and fun. And if you write out 3 to 5 goals in each area, that's going to start to create a map that you can really start to get an idea of like where you want to go, what you want to do. So for example, 3 to 5 things you could write out for fitness. If you don't train regularly, the goal could literally be to, like, okay, start doing 2 workouts every week. All right, that's goal number one. The second one could be really focus on whatever your weak point is, push-ups in every session. That's goal number two. A third goal with fitness could be like, okay, if I want to get fitter and stronger, I need to recover as best as possible. So I'm gonna try and get 8 hours sleep every night. So those could be like three really simple things that you put in the fitness category. And then it's the same for the other ones. So fitness, finances, family, future, fun. You do 3 to 5 for each one, and I think that's gonna start to give you a lot of clarity. So what I want you to do is write out all of those, and then drop me a message, or shoot me an email. It's elan@coachelan.com. Really easy email to remember. And yeah, write out all of those this evening, and then shoot me an email and let me know how you get on with it. I just see that you dropped another comment there. Let me read it before I finish. Thank you, bro. Love to keep going. We got your back. Appreciate it, bro. So you write that out. Drop me an email later this evening or tomorrow, and I'm excited to hear what you've wrote out as part of your map and your goals. All right, so that's 6 sit-ups, 46, 47, 48, 50, 51. All right, almost done. I was talking there for like 4 or 5 minutes, so I had quite a long break. I'm feeling the energy coming back now. Get this set of 20 done. All right, 59, 60. All right, so that's the Movember challenge done for today. So anyone else that feels like they're kind of stuck at the moment and you don't have any real goals or structure or things that you're working towards or any kind of motivation or anything like that, follow the 5 F's for goal setting. So fitness, finances, family, fun, future. Write out 3 to 5 goals or things that are really important for you in each of those categories. That will then create a map for you, and then you'll have something to focus on for each area, and then you literally just set realistic goals for them. So you figure out, what can I do on a daily or weekly basis that's gradually going to get me closer to those goals? And then you really like zoom out and set some goals then for like 6 months, a year, 5 years, 10 years. And there's a quote that I love, and it's so true. Most people overestimate what they can do in 1 year, but they underestimate what they can do in 10 years. And like, I'm 31 now. If I was able to go back in time and tell my 21-year-old self where I'd be now, I like wouldn't have even believed that I would be where I am now, because it was just like, you know, I've achieved like nearly every goal that I've set, which is pretty amazing to think about. So it's just like, once you set a goal and work towards it, it may take longer than you think. Like, there's some goals that literally took me, like I hit a goal in November 2022 that I'd set in like the end of 2017. So it took me like 5 years to achieve that goal. And the same with strength training. There's a lot of goals that literally took me like 5 or 6 years to work towards. One of my big goals at the moment is to become fluent in Spanish. And I've literally been studying Spanish just a little bit every single day for just over 2 years now. And I'm at like a low intermediate level. So I know that if I keep consistent, in another maybe like 3 to 4 years, I'll be like at an advanced level. So that's a goal that I have, that I'm like actively working towards. I also would love to get to either a brown or a black belt in jiu-jitsu. I've been training jiu-jitsu and grappling for the last same time as Spanish, actually, just over 2 years. And so now I'm at like a high white, low blue belt level. And so maybe another like 6 to 8 years, I'll get to the point where I'm either at brown or black. So those are like really big goals that are like far away, that I'm like excited to work towards, because it's the process of working towards the goals that I'm enjoying. Um, Not necessarily like trying to achieve the thing. Because one of the funny thing is, when you like end up achieving a goal that you're working towards maybe for a year or 2 years, you feel like amazing for like, or for me anyway, I felt amazing for like 1 to 2 days afterwards, and then it kind of wears off, and it's like, okay, what now? So I've realized over the last few years, just enjoying the process of working towards a goal, like doing a little bit of Spanish study every day, or getting 1 to 2 jiu-jitsu sessions done each week and learning a new position. Or like the other day, we were going over arm triangles, and so I know the basics of an arm triangle, but we were looking at it at a slightly deeper level of how to get a submission quicker on the arm triangle. And like, so really just enjoying learning different details like that. That's what I find works really well for me. So yeah, that is it for today. I'm gonna love you and leave you. If you'd like to donate to the Movember fundraiser that I'm doing, the link is in the description for all of the live videos that I'm doing. I'll be doing 30 days worth of challenges, and yeah, appreciate you joining in. And if there's any topics that you'd like me to make videos on, just shoot me an email, elan@coachelan.com, and or even just drop a comment on any of my videos. I'll get the notification. Let me know if there's some videos in particular that you'd like me to make on any topic at all, and I'm more than happy to go in depth. One more time, good night to you too. Thanks for joining in. Hope you have a good one, and I'll be back on live tomorrow, probably around the same time actually. So hopefully see you then, and adios.